Hey guys! So I'm doing something fun and I'm going to be doing a channeling, a journey to, exploration of the emerald tablets, okay? And I thought it would be fun to do emerald tablets in my kitchen today. Just the things that you can do in the kitchen, you just never know what you're gonna do in the kitchen. I'm gonna do the emerald tablets in the kitchen today. So I had this request come through and it felt really like a divine timing because I've been experiencing a lot of ancient energies coming forward in my own deep soul and inspiring me to open up to older parts of myself. And ancient Egypt isn't necessarily like the oldest part of myself. Like that's like a skip and a jump ago in comparison to the age of a soul, you know what I mean? It's kind of a weird thing, the age of a soul. If there's no beginning and no end, then how could there even be the age of a soul? But I'm going to go ahead and relax here. Emerald tablets, I just did kind of a little background just to get a vibe for there's kind of a mystery about them because there's translations of these tablets, but nobody knows where they are. Are they actually real? And what is the message that is being portrayed? Like, what is the message that is coming forward from the emerald tablets themselves? And I find it to be a peculiar detail, an important detail that the emerald tablets are missing. Right? We don't know where the emerald tablets are. So as human beings, we want physical evidence of things. We want the physical object. We want to know exactly what the physical object is saying. And even if we knew what that physical object is saying, would we really know truly what it is saying? It's like the Bible. Like, we know what the Bible is saying, but there's so many different interpretations, right? So even if we had the emerald tablets, there's going to be all kinds of interpretations of what it's saying. There's even hieroglyphs of alien beings coming to the planet. The Bible talking about alien beings. This is again just a theory, an interpretation of what is being said. So, I'm obviously pretty open-minded, and I love interpretations, all different types of interpretations, because we're a collective voice, and the only way to really get to know a collective voice is to get all the different sides of that collective and to appreciate all the different sides for as they are, right? And then to find what resonates with you deep down inside your heart. I really resonate with that perspective because that perspective is reminding me about a part of myself, or opening me up to the infinite universe or the possibilities, or that perspective makes me mad, but I really don't know why it makes me mad. And now that's giving me an opportunity to go deeper inside myself and explore what is this vulnerability. So you see why collective perspective is good, because we have responses, deep down responses to it, and that helps us expand and grow. Whether we feel a negative response or a positive response, we're expanding and growing. So, how are we going to expand and grow from this? I don't know yet, but we're going to find out. At least I'm going to find out how I'm going to expand and grow from it, and you're going to find out in your own world how you're going to expand and grow from it. But feel free to comment because it's fun to share, right? It's fun to share. So, I'm going to relax here. My intention is, we want a physical, emerald tablets is a physical thing, but the reality is anything in the physical world is also in the energy world. And so me going to the energetic consciousness that is the emerald tablets themselves and exploring my interpretation of what that consciousness feels like, looks like, what it means to me, it's my interpretation. Okay, so I'm just going to go with that. We're going to go to the energetic consciousness of the emerald tablets. Is Thoth going to be involved with this? I'm opening the doorway for Thoth if he would like to share anything, and we'll just go with it and see what comes. Okay. So I'm just getting in the zone here. All right, first off, I'm looking down. I feel a sense of pain inside my emotional gut. And I'm on my knees and I'm looking down. I'm crying, so my eyes are closed, but I also experience myself almost like I'm kneeling and praying in a way. but I'm very emotionally, I'm turning emotionally inside myself, and I'm not turning with the glory of this moment. I'm turning with a distraught feeling, a sorrow inside myself. But I also experience as though I am praying as well. Like I could be praying for salvation, praying for help, praying for relief. And I feel like I'm a meaningless nothing. I'm just a nothing, and I'm being flicked away. You know, we take out the trash. We don't let the trash linger. And I'm a reflection of the trash that needs to be gotten rid of, is the way that I am experiencing all this motion right now, and energy, and the meaning of what it means to me. So let's see what happens next, okay? Okay. It feels like it's going to get a little bit worse here before it gets happier. So we'll just keep going. Because in a way I'm dying, and it's as if my eyes close forever in this body, and I'm leaving this body as a spiritual emanation. But I don't experience completion. That's really just that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to leave your body and not experience completion. I don't experience completion when I leave my body. The pain in my gut is overwhelming. The emotional pain in my gut is overwhelming. And it's in my gut, but I also feel it in my heart. But I feel myself as a spirit that is not complete. I don't feel like I am in a place of completion. But I'm no longer able to access that body, and so I'm sort of drifting. But I'm not adrift. I'm not without purpose or place. I'm called to an inspiration. I'm inspired to go this way. So I'm actually floating in a direction, okay? I'm gravitating towards something. I don't even have an inspiration. I don't even know what I'm gravitating towards. I don't have a choice inside myself. I'm not choosing anything. I'm just feeling all of this. And then I'm gravitating magnetically towards something, okay? All right, so okay. There's a moment of anger and literally stomping on feet onto ground. And there's something of a wicker basket that has a hole in it, and the wicker basket is enormous. Like it's like the size of a house, and the bottom it's tipped on its side. It's like the biggest wicker basket of all time, or it's like I'm really small, and it's like the size of a woman's purse, like a big purse. And it's tipped over on its side, and then the wicker bottom is all cut open like a doorway, and I'm really mad. And I'm looking inside, and it's actually supposed to be closed on all sides, and there's nothing inside. And I'm sort of in a jungly type of scene right now, and I'm really mad about this. But there's a messenger here that says, don't be too quick to judge. That which you see isn't always what is the truth. So I see that there's nothing inside this wicker basket. It's on its side. There's a hole cut into it. So whatever was inside has been stolen or taken, kind of thing. But this, what would be defined as Thoth, is encouraging me to walk inside of the wicker basket and to experience it in a new way. Not by judging from the outside in, but to go inside and now experience something. On a human level, I would just be experiencing, okay, I'll just walk inside, wicker basket, nothing in here, Thoth. But he's saying you have to go into a different frame of being, a different side of yourself to see through a new eyes kind of thing, deeper eyes kind of thing. So I have to go deep in order to grasp the next experience, okay? So I am this man from the jungle that is making all these noises and stomping. I'm looking inside. Thoth is telling me to go deeper. Instead of just exploring things from the surface, you must go deeper. So I'm walking into this wicker basket. Boy, there's a lot of emotions involved with this experience. And they're all about suffering, and even echoing like suffering, unjust suffering, like Jesus on the cross, unjust suffering, a man who is very loving, who was his purpose was to inspire others to find the love and the strength within themselves. Let's kill that guy. But let's not just kill him, let's torture him, and then let's hang him on a cross. So unjust suffering. I feel there's a lot of unjust suffering in this journey, in this experience to the consciousness or the translation of the emerald tablets. Okay, so in the beginning too, I'm experiencing suffering. I'm the trash that needs to be taken out. I'm just a piece of trash, and then I'm dying, and now I am leaving the body, and I have an unresolved feeling, an emotionally unresolved feeling, my spirit. But my spirit cannot complete that lifetime, but it doesn't choose to enter a new lifetime. It just chooses to gravitate to the next thing. But there's an unjust suffering feeling that I just feel emotionally in my gut. I tell Thoth, when is the pain ever going to go away? I actually am this man of the jungle, fall to my knees, and am just crying profusely in this wicker basket. And I'm looking at this Thoth emanation, and I'm saying, when will the suffering ever go away? There's nothing to see in the wicker basket, but yet there is so much to experience here, more than you could imagine. And it's so much that I feel the suffering. And I express this to Thoth. A lot of emotional release going on here. Just allowing it to process. Thoth opens a doorway on the inside of the wicker basket, and I feel like a child. And it's a black door. There's nothing. It's really like a door to the universe kind of thing. It looks like the universe. It's a black rounded door, and it just opens up. There's no door handle of any kind. There's no lock for it. There's nothing other than the shape of a door, and it's opening up, and I'm gravitating forward. And I'm much like a child, even in sort of a suspense of wonderment, and I don't know what's going to happen next, and a feeling of time standing still almost, and weightlessness. And I'm gravitating through the doorway. Okay, there's another standstill about to happen. I feel myself sort of like I'm gravitating into being smushed against a wall. That's what it's like. I can't go far enough, and I'm blocked. I'm not able to go through. That's what it's like. And Thoth says that the only way through is you have to let go of your emotional attachments. You have to let go of unreconciled parts of yourself. You have to reconcile your soul in order to pass through. He says, in how many ways can one soul suffer? In how many ways can one soul become attached to the suffering itself? In how many ways can one soul not let go of what had happened? Therefore, relive the same suffering over and 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 over. He just keeps saying it for all eternity. He's showing me the collective consciousness reliving the same suffering over and over and over and over. Holding on to the pain, not letting go of what had happened. It was done to me. Therefore, it must be done to that one too. The karmic cycle never ending, so to speak. Because we ourselves can't let go of our pain, therefore the others should be in pain, therefore we shall all be in pain, therefore karma then shall be forevermore. So we can all live in pain forever. Because we cannot let go of what hurts within ourselves. We cannot reconcile. We cannot forgive ourselves. We cannot forgive others. We cannot move on. We cannot let go. He's talking about crossing over to the other side in a way that may seem unexpected. This is really intense here. I'm looking in a small pool of water, but this water possesses all the information of the human race, like a single DNA strand, but yet full of unfathomable amounts of creative information, creative energy, creative meaning, history. And it's a pool of water, but it's like a DNA strand, but it's like our entire collective consciousness, our entire human history, every single soul's emotions, thoughts, fears, persecutions, judgments, everything, all pooled in here, right here. I mean, it's like a bowl of water, but yet it's all here. Like all the coding of the whole universe is right here. And it's still not enough. I tell Thoth that this pool of water is still not enough. Now Thoth says, why? I say, because it's not written here. Because, Thoth, I cannot translate this pool of water. Thoth says, must you translate it with your mind? Or perhaps you can digest it with your body. Perhaps you can discover it in a new way, in a way that you least suspected. I feel so humanly right now. I feel desperate. I feel enraged. I feel like knocking this water over. I feel like I came a really long way to find out all the answers of the universe was in this pool of water. How am I going to access any of these answers? Oh, sure, Thoth, I'll just drink it. Yeah, become enlightened from a glass of water. Thanks, Thoth. That's what this is like. It's like a human reaction happening right now. Because the human being does not understand. The human being is simply living at the surface of what I want, what I need, and how I need to get that, which I want. But the human must go deep in order to receive the depths of what the soul is truly trying to discover. And its wisdom, enlightenment. The library of all creation is inside yourself, is in your very DNA. All the energy is shifting and relaxing. Love and acceptance, forgiveness, understanding, all these types of energies are just filling this space. It's made out of grayish colored rocks. Underground is what it feels like, and there's just a small pedestal made out of rock with a little pool of water in it. But all the energy is relaxing. It's relaxing. Thoth is smiling. As all the energy relaxes, Thoth smiles. He's so lovely. He makes me happy. I'm enjoying this so much, Thoth. I just love this so much. So still relaxing. This is not just relaxing the space, right? It's also me relaxing your energy field if you choose to receive this. Relaxing my own energy field. We just slow the vibration down. We are the walking library. Isn't that wonderful? It's really precious. I say, so what now, Thoth? You want me to get a straw and I'll just drink this water here, or what do you got in mind? He smiles at me, and I'm suddenly holding a golden bowl or something smaller though than this bowl of water. I actually scoop up a little bit of the water and then I drink it. Actually drinking it, and I see that the water never goes empty on this pedestal, in this bowl, this magical water, this water of the universe, this library. And so I drink it, and I'm just taking a moment to experience that right now. I hand this golden bowl back to Thoth and I say thank you. Really enjoyed that. It was thirst quenching. I allow this water to be a gift of enlightenment and healing for my own soul journey. Self-awareness, self-discovery, the strength and the courage to forgive myself, forgive others, to find patience, to unite with my DNA strand in a way I've never experienced it. Experience energy. Of this kind before. So I'm allowing it to be a gift of love, healing, enlightenment, all of that. He shows me that this room is the emerald tablets, and I see the walls are still made out of lots of rock, and it's as if the back wall where he was standing, it's like two giant emerald slabs, kind of like the Ten Commandments, but there's two, and they're really tall, and they look like two doorways, basically. He loves me. He tells me that. He says, I love you, Abbey. I say, thank you for that. It's really nice of you to say that. He says, did you want to discover more? One version of me says, I feel complete. I feel as though I understand enough. But another version of me says, sure, why not explore some more? Why not see if there's more to discover that we were not expecting, or something beyond our wildest dreams? I love those types of experiences, especially when they're really good. I'm touching the emerald tablets, just this one here on my left first. It's just smooth. I actually walk into it as an energy body, and I just become one with this one tablet on the left. And I merge with it, and I become one with it. I feel the energy as I am. So I feel it as myself. I am the emerald tablet. It's extremely amazing to feel. I feel my body is vibrating around my head, above my head, my neck, shoulders, my back, my spine. say, and I find wisdom to be so exciting when it's a feeling. Like chills running down my spine. What does that say in the logical world? What does that mean? How do we define that as something logical? Can we write a book on this? Or can we simply choose to become one with the Emerald Tablet and now receive a gift that we can only feel? That we would never know what it said, because what it says is a part of the feeling of what is received. Feels good. My soul's having a little soul stretch right now. Feels good in there. Feels nice. I say, what else, Thoth? He smiles at me. Say, I'm gonna let you, Thoth, tell me something, whatever you want to tell me, while I hang out here in this Emerald Tablet. Alright. It's very emotional again. I experienced being a man, and I'm younger, like a teenager, and I have a lot of, I feel passionately in love with someone that I cannot be with, and I'm, as often as I run into this one, I feel it like a love at first sight, but it isn't meant to be. You could say I am a slave, she is royalty, or something of this kind, but it is clearly not meant to be. And I feel it so powerfully in my heart that even my eyes water and I cry from the emotion. It's really intense. It's almost hard to breathe. I look at Thoth as this young man and I say, what will I do? What will I ever do? This is the one. Thoth says, well, talk to her. I say she will not listen to me. She will not speak to me. She won't talk to me. Like it's cool. It's like a clear separation of place. Like dirty slave, clean royal emanation. Like that's what it's like. So like she wouldn't give me the time of day. She won't even look at me. She doesn't even know me. I'm a slave. That's what this feels like. But deep down in my heart, I know this isn't just a crush. This is a soulmate. This is my other half. This is the one. Not just because she's beautiful and of a high stature, but because I feel it in my soul. She is the one. Thoth shows me these two ideas of love, but it's a male and a female. That these two, it's like there's so much energy in my heart right now, it's hard to talk almost, but it echoes between one of the halves of the Emerald Tablet. There's two I'm looking at. I'm part of one, and then there's another one, an empty one, so to speak. And this male emanation is one of the Emerald Tablets, so this female emanation is the other. This slave and this highborn, but the compatibility of two souls. But we don't even know how she feels. We don't even know what her heart or her soul is saying. We have no idea, because the experience is only had by this one as a human experience. In the spirit realm, the spirit world, everybody knows what's going on. You know, in our human world, we're cut off from the awareness of the collective. We experience our individual moments. We don't know what's going on beyond ourselves unless we communicate, unless we try, unless we have an experience of some kind in order to create an understanding as best we could understand it, and even think we do understand it, and we still don't understand it. love can feel like that too sometimes. And it might feel like this is the one and only love, where the other half says, you aren't the one. Now, how can I not be the one? You just don't know me yet. No, I really don't feel anything for you. And it's not because you're a slave. I just don't feel it inside. So love can be an interesting experience now, can't it? But he keeps emanating this passionate moment from this young man, this female highborn doesn't ever see him. This man goes through emotional trauma in his heartbreaking. Why is this my experience? Why is this my life? Why is the one out of my reach? And then the emerald tablets, it's a male and a female, and the compatibility, the love. He's just showing me this right now. I don't have much more explanation than that, but let's see where this goes next. Thoth says, Abbey, what if there is no more explanation than that? What if that's all I'm going to tell you? I say, I'm cool with it. I just like the way this emerald tablet feels. I tell you, Thoth, life is full of these realities. The sooner we can come to appreciate them for as they are, the sooner we can be at peace with our existence. Be at peace with the best we can understand at this time is. But knowing there is more than one way to love, one way to receive love, one way to fall. There's more than one way to fall in love. There's more than one way. There's more than one answer all the time. And to love that too. Love that my understanding is this, your understanding is that, and they're both beautiful. I just tell him I can just hang out in this emerald tablet all day, and that's as good as I can ever get. I feel good about that. Thoth is showing me layers of existence. And existence can be in the heart or in the mind. It can be a state of being. It can be a physical moment. It could be a spiritual moment. So many different layers to the experience. And he shows me that every one of these layers is interconnected with every single creation in his universe. And we are always unlocking more and more and more of that identity, that truth, that force of nature, that which is creation. And Thoth says, what we understand now, he shows me our idea of the future will be a different understanding in the future. So which understanding is the correct understanding? He shows me what was also had an understanding. And what is has access to its own version of an understanding. And what will be will also have access to its own version of understanding. He shows me again the universal library in a glass of water and asks if you believe that all of the infinite wisdom of creation can be attained by simply drinking a glass of water. He shows me the image of the basket, the wicker basket, as though something was stolen out from inside of it, a giant hole cut into it. Nothing was inside. You can look at things from the surface, or you can go deep within and discover a unsuspecting doorway to the universe, to your universe. He shows me all blended as one, as you, the doorway to you, the doorway to God, the doorway to all. He wants to know if you, the viewer, understand yet. He wants to know if I, Abbey, understand. You tell Thoth, if there's one thing that I have come to understand, is you could spend an entire lifetime and then another lifetime and another lifetime and another lifetime forever and ever and ever reading everything that was ever written, still not know anything at all. It's in the act of living that you have experiences that affect you. And you can read all day long and be affected. You can play video games all day long and be affected. There's something about the act of the interaction. The moment of being a young man in love with somebody you could never be in love with, but realizing that this experience is more than just yourself. Discovering that life is more than just you, but discovering that life is also the universe that is you. And discovering that the way to freedom, the way to beyond all of this, the gateway, the doorway, is through the emotions. He brings me back to this one kneeling at the beginning, crying, dying inside, and then dying, feeling like a piece of trash. Literally, they keep showing me an image of this one is a banana peel, this one needs to be tossed away, this one is no longer needed. This one is disgusting. This one. This one is a real person, real living human being, person with feelings. Again, emanating low status. We don't need this riffraff, you know. But the soul finding the strength within itself to say, I'm alive. And I'm the best old thrown out banana peel this world's ever seen. And I can dance. It showed me this one is got tap dancing shoes. Like you can hear the clickety clack on a stage full of banana peels and is dancing on top of all the old brown thrown out banana peels and saying, yeah, I got this, I got this. It's all your ideas to define my worth and value. If I choose to become that idea, I have surely died. How will I reconcile that death within myself until I choose to learn how to tap dance on the banana peels, till I learn how to say thank you, to let go of the emotional suffering, to forgive myself, forgive others. And be at peace. If this is the best I will ever know, then I have reached enlightenment. Because I'm at peace with all that I am as a human being, but as a God consciousness. And if I am meant to know more than this, then I will know more than this. Thoth says the Emerald Tablets are available to every single soul, because the Emerald Tablets are also a reflection of all the souls, as a gift to and a gift of all the souls. You're already one with them. Just drink a glass of water. It will help to remind you. He's being silly. he shows me a everyday Joe the glass of water. And they never realize how precious this moment is. Every time they drink a glass of water, they are drinking all of the knowledge and wisdom of creation, of the infinite universe. And they go their entire life without ever realizing that. Because this one chose to live at the surface instead of going deeper than that and realizing how precious this water is, how precious they themselves are, how precious the DNA strand is, how precious every single blade of grass is, how we are all one, how nothing is truly lost. There's only more to be found every single day, and to be at peace with all that we understand or all that we know or all that we are as human beings. And that is the gift. All right, there you go. Emerald tablets in my kitchen. That's what we discovered today, together. Hope you enjoyed this channeled message, this connection with the consciousness of the emerald tablets, and reaching out and getting connected to with Thoth. Just coming back into my body here. Alright, you guys. Thank you for watching this video. And if any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all again, and I wish you all a wonderful day.